Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Wednesday, June 12th. June 12th, headed toward the middle of the month. So, as you know, we are in the month of review. We are reviewing. Good evening. Good evening, Deb. Good morning, Mary. And Gunny, good morning for all who are jumping on. Listen, this is the month of review, and the reason we do an entire month of review 2 times a year is because if we are serious about improving our lives and becoming the best version of who we are, we must make time. It's not an option. We have to make time to slow down and review what has been going on. If we need to make a course correction, we don't need to do that on the fly. We need to methodically think through and look at what has already happened. Look at some of the results that we've already gotten so that we can improve them, so that we can tweak them, so that we can delay them or absolutely cut that out. Can't do that again. That did not work. It's not working for me. It's not getting me in the direction of where I want to go. So I need to, that's what the review is all about. And so, we do a review twice a year in June after 5 months of intentional acts, and then again in December after the second half and before we jump off into the new year. So I was talking to my husband the other day. Hey, classmate. Hey, Junebug. And I said, I already know what the perspective is going to be about because he made me laugh, and it goes into review. So hey, Sister Rome. Again, thank you for all who are joining me. So I've entitled this, Don't Ignore It. And this is where I'm going with this. I got a couple of examples, but put yourself in these examples. Just replace me. Okay, this is not a Holly show. Pull out the mirror. So replace what I'm doing with yourself and your own specific examples in your life improvement plan. So I saw this challenge on YouTube the other day, and I said, well, I'm going, not the other day, it's been a few weeks. I said, well, I'm going to get on board. I'm going to do 100 push-ups a day for 30 days and chart the results. I took my little picture. All this was on the solo. I didn't go run and tell anybody. I'm telling it now. So I started doing 100 push-ups a day. And like I said, and I'm going to do it for 30 days. So I didn't even tell my husband, who is a fitness professional. He's a personal trainer, nutritionist. And then I said, after a couple of weeks, I said, well, let me just make sure I'm hitting the points I need to. You take your stuff to a professional. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Don't miss that. You ripping and running and doing all this stuff. You need to make sure you're doing stuff right. Take it to someone who knows. So I said, Kelly, I need you to watch me do these push-ups because I want to make sure I'm doing them right. I don't want to be, I want to be doing them right. So he watched me and made a few course corrections, and I could feel the difference immediately. And then he went on about his business. Well, the next day, I had the audacity to say, I'm going to get in a competition. And after he finished laughing, and I was laughing with him too, he said, you're just like everybody else. Why are you working on stuff that you already are strong in? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, you down there doing all these push-ups, you already have nice arms. You need to be doing some glutes. And I fell out laughing because I don't like doing glutes. I don't like that. So what do you do? And so transfer this analogy to something else in your life. The things that we naturally do not like to do, guess what? We can come up with a whole lot of excuses as to why, but the bottom line is we just don't do what we don't want to do. But when someone brings it to your attention, do not ignore it. Don't ignore it. I already know I need to be doing glutes. I already know that. You know how I know it? Because I do them and I don't like them, so I'm not consistent with them. There are other areas in our lives that we're doing the same thing. Because we don't like it, we don't do it. And it's in these areas of our lives that is happening to us in our spiritual health, our financial health. Because you don't like saving, you just go out and spend because they put it on sale. You didn't even need it, but you went on and got it. Our financial health, our physical health, our relationships, our career. Do not ignore things when someone brings it to your attention. My other analogy, this is my month of review, just like it is yours. And so I asked two different people who know me very well and love me. I asked them to share with me a blind spot. A blind spot by its very nature. I don't notice it. I can't see it. I'm unaware of it. Or I do know it, but I just tuck it down and minimize it and excuse it and justify it so that it's not being worked on. I don't address it. I continue to walk in the blind spot. Blindness is not good. Okay, in any, physically or otherwise. I asked two separate people to tell me a blind spot that they see in me. These people, I asked them separately. I did not discuss it with either of them. And do you know they both gave me the exact same response? And so when I said, again, separately, I said, well, I don't want to, I want to make sure that I'm not presuming or assuming I know what you mean. Can you give me an example? They gave me almost an exact example, the same scenario. And so if I, at this point, choose to ignore that, I need to stop this game talking about, oh, yes, and I'm improving and I want to become the best version of who I am. And this is my month of review and I'm working on my life. And I need to stop talking that game. Because when you have a response or responses that you solicited, we talked earlier about strategically choosing people to seek feedback from and critiques. I strategically chose them. Now, if I take my time and phrase it correctly, and one in particular said, well, give me some time to think about that. I said, no, I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to think about it. I want your first reaction, because if you think about it, you'll start minimizing and say, well, no, that's not really. And I want your first gut reaction, because your gut doesn't lie. When I explained it and didn't let them get out of it, they came up with the answer that the other person had come up with. And so my point is, when I say don't ignore it, is if you're serious about becoming the best version of yourselves, we have to take what we solicit and adjust accordingly. We have to adjust accordingly, because people see who we are, not what we say we are. They see who we are, not who we say we are. And so that is my offering to you today. Stop working on that upper body. Yep, you got beautiful arms. Leave that alone. Go hit your gut. Go hit your glutes. Okay? Take that analogy and put it in every aspect of your life. I cannot ignore the response that two people who know me very well and who love me gave to me. So let's think about that if you're serious. Now, if you want to stay the same and we check in with you on June 12th of 2020 and nothing has changed, don't get surprised. Don't act, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's just the same old thing. Don't be surprised. Stop that, all that drama. Talking about you surprised. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nothing changes until we change. So that is my offering to you today. Look around. Ask strategically, and during this month of review, which is almost halfway gone, let's seek out, and then don't ignore what it is you get, even if it stings, even or especially if it stings. That is my offering to you today. Thank you for joining me. Excuse me. Thank you for the love I see. And until next time, take real good care of yourselves.